the misinformation about Saturn. It really needs to come to an end. Saturn is a difficult intelligence to approach, largely because there has been a open conspiracy started hundreds and hundreds of years ago to take what is a natural cycle, a powerful, necessary, undeniable, unescapable cycle, and demonize it. To create such fear and mystery and panic around the idea of death, that things must die. The nature of physical reality is the manifestation of all other ideas, creativity, and intelligence densified into a state that is held together largely by 5 senses. A finite amount of senses, true, but senses that allow us our most limited perception to experience a world that is truly in the most narrow view. We need limited perception to live in a narrow view, which is physicality. This will all deal with the mystery of Saturn. So before you jump on me, old Bearheart, don't you know the universe is so much more than the physical world? Well, yeah. 20 years plus of being an actual practicing magician has taught me that. Being the sole inheritor of a powerful magical order has taught me that. What Saturn is the great mystery. The great mystery of physicality. Saturn is your worst enemy, or Saturn is your best friend. Saturn restricts time and space. This is what physical living, what the physical realm is. It is based, the foundation is grounded and rooted in cycles and patterns that are ruled by time and space, and Saturn holds them both in his hands. He is the master of time and space. And because he is tasked with such an immense and such vital and such important role, there really is no circumventing time and space. The whole nature of every other alternate reality, every other planetary realm, every other intelligence, is to make manifest on the physical plane, thus making their ideas, creations, into realities. Once made real, there is immense power that comes from it. Massive amounts of power. The flip side, the dangerous demonization that has occurred with religions like Christianity, with Islam, with Judaism, and even Buddhism to a degree, is that the physical world is a place of suffering. The physical world is a dirty, unclean, scary place where things die. Yeah, that's true. But when that becomes your reality, because of the nature of how you manifest reality, is guess what your life becomes? A tormented existence, waiting, pleading to leave, but scared out of your fucking mind about how that exit from this physical reality is going to take place. So, in the terms of Judeo-Christendom, You fear this great devil, a title, the adversary. Strange how that's never named. Oh, it has names now. Seems to be everything that's not Christendom. And that is the soul, the harvester, the forebringer, the forebearer of death. And so you plead to this mysterious way, God, to save you from what must naturally take place. This idea of the adversary is an ancient necessity for polaric vibrations. There is no necessary grand master of all evil, although there are those who would love and are working very hard for that title. So the devil is truly the 9/11, the false flag reality of Christianity. You give all your energy away, fearing what is a necessity, what is natural, what must occur, to something that probably wears the mask of the devil anyways. Some of the highest level Freemasonry is that Jesus is Lucifer. Oh yeah, suck on that for a little bit. Should have a sour taste. But in a lot of ways, it's kind of true. They are flip sides of the same coin, and they lead you to the same place. We need now to really understand the nature of the mystery of Saturn. Saturn being tasked with something so important, he can't let something slip. Everything must be set. Perpetuity throughout the universe must be constant. He is a harsh taskmaster, but his role is absolutely vital. His role is essential. And he is beyond the worry of your petty fears. He will enact time and space. He will harvest what's time to be harvested. He will cut down what time he needs to. If you are allowed to grow and grow and grow and grow, you get indolent. You become corrupt. His scythe is the blade of Mars that cuts back. It keeps a perpetual balance and order that allows things time to rest. When you die, you take everything that you have learned here and you assimilate it into new energy, into a new perspective, so that you can come back and progress in a new life. Sure, you progress in your physical world, absolutely. That goes without saying. But there is a step above that. And that is your reincarnation cycle, for which Saturn is king. Saturn rules the reincarnation cycle. He is not a monster. It is up to you to realize that the physical world is grounded in time and space. You can then decide if you are going to allow those to be your greatest restrictions, or if you are going to allow those to become your greatest strengths. Your choice. Saturn is either your greatest captor or your most powerful ally in liberation. Death will occur. Death has to happen. It is a natural human cycle. Don't be deluded into this idea that Pleiadians, Andromedans, blah, 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 whoever the fuck those little space fags are, that they're beyond the realm of death. Lies. Absolute lies. Pure, unadulterated lies. Death happens in many, 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 many forms. An intelligence, a spirit, is just that. It is you without your physical body. And you are so locked into this idea, this fear about what happens if I don't have my body. That's why many of you can't astrally project. Astral projection, for all the power and all the understanding, the universal perspectives that it gives you, first and foremost, is a practice of dying. Death has to occur. The moment you lose the fear of that is when you begin living. The moment you stop trying to give your power away to something to protect you from something that's only going to occur anyways, is when you reclaim who you really are. There's so much of this with the Faustian Pact that it's almost identical. It's just that the master of the physical world, who is an aspect of Saturn, is an energy of unimaginable power, but is just blind. It can't see. It must be directed. You literally have to pull this behemoth and set it to task so that it knows what to do. And that is what the Illuminati and that is what these powerful magical orders have done. They have understood that if they can create panic and fear and create this image of death that is horrific, that makes people wish they were dead rather than actually face it, that they can gather and collect that power and put it to use wherever they want. And they have chosen, because karmic cycles, reincarnation cycles, all these things fall within the realm of this physical master, and largely Saturn. They can say, I am going to submit Bearheart or you instead of me as karmic retribution for the actions I have taken, because you reap what you sow. This is true. This is undeniable, but they are having you accept responsibility for what they have done. They have made you literal acceptors. They have deemed you responsible for their actions. They have allowed you to claim responsibility, but get none of the benefit. You will then, in turn, go work to supplicate what they have taken. The universe hates a vacuum. And these motherfuckers are taking so much. This vacuum, this space is enormous. And you will go and you will tinker and toil until their debt is paid off. You accept their debt. You accept the chains that they have created without knowing it. That is why the contract, this true, honest, magical contract, is null and void. But only if you understand that it's null and void. Only if you understand that you have not physically manifested any of the benefit, that you have not physically manifested any of this debt. You are not responsible for this. Therefore, you are out of the cycle. Therefore, you don't have to go to a forced astral labor camp. You think like FEMA isn't a direct physical manifestation of what already exists? astral first, then physical. Let me come back.